Hi guys, it's me Jessica. Welcome back to the Fast English program. Today we're going to start talking about nouns. Nouns are very, very important. So a noun is the person, animal, thing that we are talking about in a sentence. And remember, the word thing is very broad. Thing could be an object, an idea, a feeling, an organization, etc. So here are some examples of nouns. Remember, a person, animal, or thing. So Mary is a noun. Teacher is a noun. Dog, cat, table, ruler, honor, love, or happiness. So using these nouns in a sentence, we could say Mary and then is tired, for example. So Mary is the noun in the sentence. These are all singular. So if we want to make nouns into the plural, generally we just add an S at the end of the noun. So for example, teacher becomes, when you add an S, teachers. So the plural of teacher is teachers. Dog goes into dogs. Cat turns into cats, etc. However, there are some cases where you can't simply add an S to the ends of the nouns. So we'll go over some of those examples. Okay, so when nouns end in either CH, SH, SS. So when you come across a noun that ends in one of these endings, we add ES rather than just an S. So for example, the singular church turns into church plus ES is churches. Fish plus ES becomes fishes. Class with ES becomes classes. So with nouns ending in CH, SH, and SS, instead of just adding an S, you add an ES. If the word ends in Y, preceded by a consonant, we do something different as well. We eliminate the Y and we add IES. So I'll write this here and show you some examples. The word ends in Y, preceded by consonant, we eliminate the Y, and add IES. So for example, the word baby. Baby is a singular word that ends in Y. So to make it plural, we take away the Y and we add IES. So baby becomes babies. City is a noun ending in a Y preceded by a consonant. So city, with removing the Y and adding IES, turns into cities. But if the Y is preceded by a vowel, so these examples are when Y is preceded by a consonant. So for example, it ends in Y and the letter before is B, which is a consonant. City ends in Y and the letter before is T, which is also a consonant. But if the Y is preceded by a vowel, we just add S. We don't have to do anything with IES, we just add S. So we'll see that here. For example, key, singular noun ending in a Y preceded by a vowel. Key becomes keys. Day becomes days. Boy becomes boys. So if you see a noun ending in a Y, and you have to determine if you should simply add an S or eliminate the Y and add IES, you look at the letter before the Y. If the Y is preceded by a consonant, you eliminate Y and add IES. If the Y is preceded by a vowel, you simply add an S. Some words, to make plural, are simply irregular. So they change in their structure, and there is not an exact rule, but here are some examples. The singular tooth becomes plural teeth. The singular foot becomes plural feet. The singular man becomes plural men. The singular woman becomes plural women. The singular child becomes plural children. So here are just some examples of some of the irregular nouns when changing from singular to plural. Teeth, feet, men, woman, children. All right, so back to some rules. When the noun ends in O, preceded by a vowel, we only add S again to make it plural. So for example, video. Video ends in O, and the O is preceded by a vowel, E. So video, you just add an S, and it becomes videos to make it plural. Stereo ends in an O, which is preceded by a vowel. So stereo, you just add S. This is the same for the word portfolio. You just add an S. So the plural of video, stereo, and portfolio is just videos, stereos, and portfolios. But, like we saw before, if the word ends in O but is preceded by a consonant, we add either S or ES, which I know is kind of complicated, but we'll see some examples here. So the word piano, you just add an S. Pianos. The word photo, you only add an S as well. Pianos, photos. For kilo, you also add an S, but for tomato, you add an ES. For hero, you also add an ES. So I know this is kind of confusing, but you just have to memorize which ones you just add an S and which ones you just add an ES. And this is only for nouns ending in O that are preceded by a consonant, remember. Remember when nouns end in O and are preceded by a vowel, we only add S always. So after all of this, there are still a few words where you could do either one. So, for example, the word flamingo. Flamingo ends in O, is preceded by a consonant, G. But for flamingo, we can either add an S or add an ES. So the plural of flamingo can be spelled like this, or it can be spelled like this. All right, so I know this is kind of confusing, but thank you guys for sticking with me. This was an introduction to nouns and especially how to make singular nouns plural. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time.